People, after so many years, we finally got new tag team championships on Monday Night Raw in a hilarious segment. I'm gonna talk about Raw in a few hours, but I really wanted to talk about this because this is something I've been crying about for years now. These championships got introduced in, I believe, 2010, and I hated them ever since. They gave us new designs, well, they basically changed up the colors, and my biggest problem was they just didn't look prestigious. I get the whole two warriors on a championship. I understand that, two soldiers. At the end of the day, they look too modern and it just didn't have that prestige. Now, when I first saw these new championships on Monday Night Raw, I didn't like it. My biggest problem is I hate the shape of the championships. I think I can't stand it still. But once I saw the HD pictures of the titles, I gotta tell you, I love it. I love the details. So it says World Tag Team Champions and in red background. It has a little bit of detail, and I love the fact that it basically reminds you of the World Championship, which makes sense. The world title is on Raw. Now, what WWE basically did is remove the terms Raw Tag Team Champion and SmackDown Tag Team Champion, which is great because of the draft. You know, once someone switches brands, that's good. Maybe the red color is not doing them any favors, if that's the case. But again, in these pictures, you can see all the detail, and I do believe they look kinda prestigious in a way. The biggest thing is, whatever your thoughts are on these championships, you can't deny big improvement over the coins. Massive improvement. Some of you may know my favorite tag team titles are the Raw Tag Team Championships from the Ruthless Aggression era, and I gotta tell you, it does have some similarities. Now, let's not get carried away. They don't look as good, not by any means, but I do see some similarities when it comes to colors. Now, since this championship looks like the World Championship anyway, this basically means that the new WWE Tag Team titles are going to look like the WWE title, which is just a massive WWE logo, so that piqued my interest. On SmackDown, we're getting new championships, right? And I'm wondering how these titles are going to look like. You can't have another massive logo for a championship, right? Now, as much as I like these championships, I think they look good. I don't know how people feel about it. Are you guys shitting on this championship or not? I'm not sure. I'm kind of a fan, right? As much as I like these, I would be a little bit disappointed if the WWE Tag Team titles are basically the same championships with a blue background. And instead of the world, it says WWE, right? Again, what's so crazy about it is that I saw these championships on TV and I was like, I kinda like them, not so sure, but I believe it's just the lighting and the camera work didn't do them any favors. Again, look at this HD picture, which is from the same moment, and I think right here they look absolutely tremendous, man. They almost look like a mid-card championship, right? It's just that I wish there was a little bit more shape, just tiny bit. Another thing that we now know is that WWE are actually splitting the championships. It's not gonna be like, okay, you won the Raw Tag Team titles, you won the SmackDown Tag Team titles, let's do another unification. We ain't getting that. I have mixed feelings about this because I didn't have a problem with tag teams wrestling on both shows. But now, since the tag team division is so healthy in the WWE, this might be an unpopular opinion. I don't know, I feel like it's doing pretty fine. I don't mind it. I honestly don't, and hopefully after the draft, the brand split is going to be a bit more strict. One thing that I wish WWE would do is make Raw and SmackDown feel a little bit different. Maybe they're gonna do that, maybe not. I don't know, but having different sets of championships, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. I believe it depends on which era you grew up watching wrestling. I grew up watching the Ruthless Aggression era and obviously the PG era. And during the majority of that time, we had different champions, we had different shows. I don't mind that. I know most people will complain about the logo in the middle. I guess at this point we gotta realize everybody does that shit. Like, WWE are getting so much shit for it, but literally every single championship in every company, wrestling company, even UFC, they all have a not a WWE logo, they have a company logo on a championship, so that's something I'm not gonna complain about anymore, honestly. I'm kinda over this shit. But anyway, people, thank you for watching this short video. I felt like this was great news, and I'll talk about Raw in a second. Sheamus got a new theme song, and Rhea Ripley unfortunately had to relinquish her championship. What an episode of Raw, man. What an episode of Raw. But leave your thoughts about the championships in the comments below. The great one, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.